some reports are suggesting that Egypt has deployed F-16 fighter jets near Egypt Libya border. This is a key development, viewers, because on day before yesterday I uploaded a video in which I informed my viewers that on day before yesterday Turkey conducted exercises in the Mediterranean off Libyan coast in which F-16 fighters refueling KC-135 aircrafts, then C-130 airplanes and AWACS planes were involved, and Turkish naval and air forces were involved. That Turkish military exercises was an indication by Turkey that it will go all out in this war in Libya. This flexing of muscles was a signal for the countries which are backing Haftar forces of LNA, viewers. Now, reaction has come, viewers. Egypt has responded by deploying F-16 fighter jets, but what is going to be the red line if that crossed? Egypt will use its F-16 fighter jets. In this video, I'll discuss that, what is going to be that red line which is going to be important. Firstly, viewers, Egypt is backing LNA forces of Khalifa Haftar, and the reason behind that is in Egypt we know that Al Sisi is the head of government, president of Egypt, and he led a coup in 2013 when he deposed the president of Egypt, Al Mursi. Al Mursi was backed by Muslim Brotherhood. So Al Sisi here in 2013 he came into power, then he imprisoned Mursi, and Mursi died in prison, and then in 2014 Al Sisi designated Muslim Brotherhood as a terrorist organization. So Muslim Brotherhood is banned in Egypt, and this very Muslim Brotherhood, it has a branch in Libya as well. Libyan political party JCP, Justice and Construction Party, is actually Muslim Brotherhood, and this JCP has close ties with GNA. It is aligning with GNA. So Egypt is scared that if GNA sweeps across Libya, Muslim Brotherhood will be stronger in Libya, and it will have its effect on Muslim Brotherhood in Egypt as well. So that is why Egyptian President Al Sisi, he is backing LNA, and he does not want GNA to sweep across Libya. So that is the main reason behind Egypt's backing of Haftar forces. Now, viewers, what is the red line which crossed can lead to Egyptian involvement, direct Egyptian involvement in this war? Viewers, now we are seeing that Al Watiya airbase, its siege is ongoing by GNA forces. Then Tarhouna offensive by GNA forces, it is also underway. In the coming days, if Tarhouna and Al Watiya are captured by GNA forces, we might see them moving towards other cities, other places like Al Jufra airbase. Then Sirte. Sirte is a key place, viewers. I think if after Sirte and Al Jufra, if GNA decides to move onwards towards Benghazi, I would say, then I would say that this red line will be crossed according to Egypt, and they might deploy their F-16 fighter jets to counter Turkish F-16 fighter jets, or even if Turkish fighter jets are not part of this war, they will try to control this spread, this advance of GNA in Eastern Libya, because Eastern Libya borders Egypt, and Egypt will not let GNA come to Eastern Libya. So in my view, viewers, I think when GNA forces will go beyond Sirte and Al Jufra airbase, Egypt might be directly involved in this war, and Egypt is now flexing muscles by deploying its F-16 fighter jets along near Libya Egypt border. In the coming days, things will depend upon Turkey's response, viewers. How far Turkey is willing to go deeper into this war. Turkey is now in Western Libya. Does Turkey want GNA to sweep across all of Libya? I mean, will Turkey only confine itself to Western Libya, or Turkey wants GNA to go beyond Sirte and then eastern part of Libya. That remains to be seen. So far, in an interview recently by Libyan Prime Minister Fayez al Sarraj to an Italian television channel, he said that they do not want to negotiate with Khalifa Haftar because Khalifa Haftar has been backing out of promises in the past. Now GNA is in stronger position as GNA is capturing new territories. That is why they don't want to sit in negotiation with Khalifa Haftar. Earlier, viewers, LNA, Khalifa Haftar, they were not willing to negotiate. We saw that in Russia, that there Fayez al Sarraj signed the treaty, signed the ceasefire agreement, but Khalifa Haftar left Moscow. So now GNA is rejecting any possibility of negotiations, but things will change, viewers. I think when GNA will have some power in Western Libya after Tarhouna and Sirte, things might change and we might see negotiations. But if Turkey decides to go deeper into Eastern Libya, we might see a response and reaction from Egypt and UAE too, because recently in the last 2 or 3 years, 2 new military bases were established in Egypt along Libya Egypt borders, and in the establishment of these bases UAE helped a lot, and UAE's crown prince, in fact, he was the chief guest when these 2 bases were established and when these 2 bases were inaugurated. So UAE is also standing alongside Egypt, viewers. Much depends upon how deep Turkey wants to go in Libya, viewers. That we will see in the coming days. Thank you for watching.